Welcome to partialarc.com. Don't do that.
You find yourself in a tavern.
Oh, we should have checked for traps.
I knew he forgot something.
I think I can reason with him.
You killed his father.
Can I have sex with it?
You could certainly try.
I'm gonna touch a sword.
Don't touch the sword!
The child is evil, right?
Obviously.
I could cast Fireball.
Always cast fireball.
All right. Roll for it.
Alright, I think I'm feeling better.
You okay?
I ate all the candy at once, but I think the vomiting has stopped.
You gotta get a higher constitution score, kid.
Maybe next time when I reach level 4.
Okay.
Man, our world is so normal, how we talk about that kind of stuff, just like normal conversation.
Yep, that's how we all interpret the world.
It's weird that nobody in this Hollywood talks about their constitution or their strength.
They talk a lot about their sanity. Was Hollywood really stressful in the mind?
You have no idea, because I'm the only one who's come up with it. So yeah, I guess you would have no idea, literally.
Yeah, I mean, only about 3 hours worth of narrative from which to draw and extrapolate from.
And all these books.
Yeah, I've written up, like I said, this elaborate alternative history about America and, well, the whole world of Earth.
Okay.
Yeah. So are you ready? Are you ready to hear the rest of the story?
Yeah, I think I remember that. So before they interrogated Chan and he seemed innocent, and then now it seems like Lamont was totally right and valid in the amount of interrogation he was doing. Because I think Chan might be evil.
Yeah, he seems really evil. Man, that Lamont guy, so smart, really
Yeah.
onto it from the beginning.
Yeah, he really has it going on.
Yeah, it turns out Chan is trying to get all of these criminal organizations together, and I don't know, it seems really weird, and something spooky's going on, too.
Yeah, there's something with the eclipse, and like, those are the same thing as in our world, right?
Yes, the eclipse are the same thing, yeah.
But does it unlock secret gateways in darkness like it does sometimes in our world?
You're about to find out, aren't you?
We gotta read and find out.
Read? Well, no, I'm gonna read it. You just have to listen.
That's true, I can't read anyway.
That's a lot easier.
Wait, do you not know how to... Never mind. Let's go.
I think we might have been wrong about Chan.
When?
I mean,
last
We've,
time?
we've done a lot of things about Mr. Chan.
I must ask you to surrender. Please come quietly. He said, because you guys are now hiding now. He knows that you're down here, though.
Right.
Yeah, there's only one way out,
Yeah.
and he took it last time.
I'm very sorry that it has to be this way, but I cannot let you interfere.
How come?
Things are coming into motion. You realize today is the opening ceremonies.
Is
It
it
all-
today?
Yes, I know you've been preoccupied with lots of things and you've lost track of the date, but it must happen now.
It must happen now.
The twin obscenities will be unleashed.
How do you figure?
Ritual sacrifice on a mass scale. Insanity, madness from people all over the world. Thousands dead.
Now, what would prompt them to do that? I mean,
think-
certainly not here in the good old U.S. of A. One of my pillars of sanity is patriotism.
I think you know exactly what it is. And you realize that he is done talking and they are coming after you. They don't exactly know where you are, but you could start. It's a combat at this point. So the way this works is, because there's a whole mess of you now. So let's get it in order.
Chan maybe adjusted the mask and started driving him crazy? Or Chan's the one that sharpened the thing and also set the trap, and he's been down here fixing the whole statue. We could have this kind of wrong, but who knows? Let's figure it out after we live.
Okay.
Or die.
You're right. Let's solve this. Let's continue this adventure on the other side.
Okay. So Chan, Chan is sort of shouting down from above. He like lowered it. The elevator is lowered about halfway, and then the pygmies, as they were, these very small, dark-skinned beings. That's what Lovecraft called them. Okay. Jump down into the room and says, "I'm sorry I cannot entertain you in person, but I have an appointment." And he presses a button, and
I
the
want to
elevator
turn
controls.
and I want to just shoot him in the head.
Okay, sure. Make a check.
Can I spend 5 on this?
4 is all you need to hit him.
Oh,
so
okay.
spending more
Probably
is
3 would be.
Okay, yeah, I'll spend 3. I didn't know what the difficulty was.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what his thing is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I rolled a 1. I'm glad I spent 3.
Okay, you hit him. What kind of weapon are you using? Is it
I
it's
have not had a
pistol?
chance to grab anything else. It's a pistol, yeah.
All right, so it's 0 is the...
4.
All right. He's hitting the shoulder, and he yells something in a language you do not understand, but it continues up.
it American?
Is it a language that Barbara would understand?
No, it is not.
Okay.
It sounds foul and obscene.
Is she cool with having heard it?
It's not. She
Okay.
doesn't understand.
It's not black speech or something.
I mean, if it is, but none of you understand it enough. All right.
Okay.
Because you guys were aware that these guys were coming down, I'm going to let you guys take the first action. So you can run and grab whatever you want to grab.
So we've got so they're coming down the elevator, and
Yeah.
on the left hand side we've got like the row of like books and
Yeah.
stuff. On the right hand side we've got like all the equipment and weapons, and probably his like lab area. And in the center we've got the car, right?
Yes. Yeah. You can say whatever is in here. Ask me if it's in there. I will probably say yes.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Establish what you would like to establish in the scene.
Ooh, grab the lightsaber.
There are a lot of weapons here. There's not a lightsaber. There is a saber that's relatively light as opposed to not heavy. But that's all you got.
Sweet. I'm behind one of the bookcases. I'm going to lean and push back on the bookcase and try to drop it on like 1 or 2 of them with the weight of like the books coming down on them.
All right. I'll let you use weapon use for that because I guess you're
Instead
improvised.
of athletics.
No, you're right. That is athletics. That's
All right.
athletics.
I'll
yeah.
spend 2 to
Okay.
try to get it. And I rolled a 1. Perfect.
All right.
The one thing I couldn't.
The 2 of them move with unnatural speed and dodge out of the way as the bookcase comes crashing down with you on it.
Darn.
Okay.
I take 2 of the daggers and try to throw them at the same time.
Okay. So dual wielding. I'll treat that as dual wielding pistols. So you have to spend 1 point to make 2 shots before you make any other rolls. Does that make sense? Like you can. So
You have to spend a point. No matter
you have
what
to spend a
do
point
it.
to
Okay.
dual wield.
Okay.
And then you treat both the attacks. So you can make 2 different attacks. So,
I see, I
yeah.
see.
But it lets you make 2 attacks in 1 round.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I spend a weapons point?
You spend a weapons point.
Okay.
And then you could spend more weapons points if you want to be more accurate with your attacks. Or you could just roll and hope you get a 4.
Let's just
Yeah.
feel unlucky. And no. What? So no on 1. And a 4 on the other one.
All right. These are incredibly sharp daggers that the penitent had ready. So it's going to do a 0 damage, which is actually very good because normally daggers do -1.
And I rolled a 4.
Okay, cool. You did 4 damage to the guy. Ah! And he is... Okay, so one of them is taken 4. You shot Chan. I'll let you still have another action. And then also, I know you're not particularly well-suited for fighting, but if you could try to run...
I have some athletics.
You have some athletics, yes.
yeah.
You could try to, do something with... I don't know what you'd like to do, but you can... what do you imagine you'd like to do?
I feel like I would grab a gun.
Okay, you'd grab a gun?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I forgot the rules of shooting a gun if you don't have a gun. See also firearms. Oh, without an ability, 60. Such a character can use webs ineffectively and hesitantly. You automatically do -2 damage.
Okay.
You go last every round, and a roll of 1 means you injure yourself.
I injure myself. Oh.
Yes.
I'm going to go for it.
Okay.
I'm at 9 health. Okay. So,
So you'll have to go last though.
Yes,
so he'll
I'm going to rush to the elevator and
Okay.
try to call it again.
okay.
We need to get Chan.
Okay. The code Chan give you doesn't work.
Sure.
Yeah, I thought of that already.
Yeah.
That there was a possibility that he was just going to lock us
Is
down
the
here.
door is the door like solid or is it like a grate?
The
I'm
elevator
sorry.
door.
The elevator door, is it solid?
It
or
is
like,
a grate. You could force it. You could eventually
I want to try to
force
force it open.
Okay, make an athletics check.
I'm going to spend
There is a ladder in the elevator shaft that you could climb up,
I'm
but
gonna
you would need
spend
to get
3.
into the shaft. Okay.
I want to hunt this guy down.
Okay.
So I rolled a 4 plus 3. 7.
Okay, cool. You force it open, and now you can run after Chan.
All right, I'm
okay.
doing that.
All right.
last.
Now you're last. Yeah.
okay. So I just grabbed the first gun that I see.
Yeah.
And I try to shoot.
Do you want to get like a big gun, a shotgun,
like
a Tommy gun? You want a Tommy gun?
Let's get a Tommy gun.
Okay, awesome. Okay. That does more damage, though you do 2 less because you don't know how to use
Right.
it. Yeah.
Okay. That went wild.
Oh,
5.
you rolled a 5.
You as you fire wildly with the Tommy gun, you do hit.
All right.
So that is going to be it's going to still be roll a die and you do -1 damage.
-1 damage.
Yeah.
2 damage.
All right. So you so you do 2 damage. Was it to the guy who was already injured?
Yeah.
Okay. They that guy's looking very worse for the wear.
Nice.
And now they are going to shoot darts at Barbara is standing up at the Tommy gun. Lamont is on a bookshelf. The professor over here is still is hiding, knows how to use the knives and stuff. So you have cover. So there's going to just be two each of you is going to get 2 darts at you.
Yep, that makes sense.
Okay. Lamont, one of them hits you.
Oh boy.
So you're going to need to make a check for me. 2
Okay.
checks, actually.
2 checks. Which one first? The health one?
The health check, yes.
And I just need. This is just a straight up pass, right?
Yeah, but the difficulty is 6.
Okay. I'm gonna spend. Yeah, I can't. I don't want to get knocked out here.
Is it health or stability?
It's health.
remember.
There's health
Health
and
first.
stability.
I'm gonna spend 4 on this.
Oh, stability's for the.
I get it.
That's right.
With a 6 plus 4, so
Okay.
10.
Okay.
So I'm okay there, I guess.
All right, and now you need to make a stability check.
All right. And what's the difficulty on this?
6.
Oh my god. I'll spend 3. Nope, I rolled a 1.
All right. What's the worst thing you ever did? You know what? I don't need to necessarily pry into that, but it's happening again. You're seeing yourself doing it. You're doing it to yourself too. You are inflicting the worst thing you ever did onto yourself. Really, it's just a nightmare that you're seeing as this is going to you. So, all of your beliefs are meaningless in the face of the cosmic indifference that you are now feeling.
Oh god.
So you are now going to
Does my stability take a hit?
you lose 6 stability.
Oh my god.
How are you doing over there in
I'm
stability?
at 3 stability. Straight from 9 to 3.
Also, you lose 2 sanity.
Oh man, I'm down to 4 sanity.
Whoa.
Oh no, that's
Okay.
not good.
And you're going to hallucinate for a little while. Sorry.
Great.
Yeah. All right. But
man.
they're done shooting. They didn't take cover. They seem to think that they would be able to take you out. So I don't know who wants to go first. You can all sort of go in order here. Well, not you, Lamont. You're
I
kind
was
of
gonna ask, what can I do when I'm hallucinating?
nothing really. I'm sorry.
Sweet.
You're just yeah.
Can anyone get to him to get
I
him
was gonna
behind
say,
cover?
That's what I was gonna say. Does it at least maybe it make him fall down?
Oh yeah, you've probably
So,
fallen down on the
yeah.
floor and you're rolling
So
around.
maybe-
Now here's the thing.
Yeah.
I'm a rich dilettante.
Oh, you also took 5 damage just from the dart hitting you.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
I didn't ask about that. but
Yeah, I forgot
What
to
did I
mention-
spend on the health for? Seems
To-
like the stability was the.
Let me tell you, if you had failed health and stability, what would happening to you right now would be significantly worse.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Geez, so I just cut my health in half again, so I'm down to 5.
This is what the penitent uses, or something similar. Actually, you'll see.
Okay. Well, I'm a man about town. I've had my fill of hallucinogens before. I actually have skill in pharmacy. I don't know if that helps me at all.
No, this is too much. If you were analyzing this like outside in like a lab situation, this is interesting. It's doing this stuff, but not when you're directly experiencing it. I'm sorry, my
Gotcha.
dude.
Okay, so I'm just tripping all the balls right now.
Yeah.
All right, let's
It's a
start.
bad trip.
Let's
Yeah.
go to, I guess, Josephine?
I know. I'm trying to think of what to do
Because
here.
unfortunately, Barbara goes last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
There are lots of knives.
Okay.
If you want to just keep grabbing knives.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to throw 2 again.
Okay.
Might as well, while I have the points. And the first one passes. And so does the second one.
All right. Roll your damage.
All right. 3
Okay.
and 3 again.
All right. The strange guy is dead. The knife hits his eye. The first one hits his chest. Second one hits his eye. He's down.
Awesome.
You have eliminated him.
Sweet. 1 down.
Yeah.
And there's 2 more, right?
There are 3 more, unfortunately.
Oh, geez. All right.
Yeah.
I'm running after Chan.
Okay. Make an athletics check.
All right, I'm going
Difficulty
to
4.
I'm going to spend 1. Glad I did. That got me to 4.
All right. You catch up to him. He's moving very slowly and calmly. He feels like everything is going his way. Because even if his minions don't kill you, he's already going to do whatever it is that he is going to do.
I'm going to put my gun against the back of his head, and I'm going to pull the trigger.
Oh, okay, cool.
He seems to have somewhere he wants to go, and as great it would be to get more information out of this guy and hear him monologue, I would like to kill him.
You're at point blank, and you have the drop. So you don't need to roll to hit him. You roll your damage.
Oh, so 1.
Oh, you add 2 and then multiply it by 3.
Okay, so 3 times 3. I did 9 damage.
You did 9 damage.
Oh my god,
to
if
him.
you got a 6, you could have just blown his brains out.
But he also already had some damage.
He did already have some damage. He is now considered wounded, and he is now. He dodges at the last minute, like he realizes that you're coming, so you don't necessarily shoot him in the head.
I would think I'd maybe like tear open his cheek and like take off his ear. And
Yeah, he does. And normally that would probably cause a normal person to pass out, but
Yeah.
he is not a normal person. And he looks up at you, and he's fumbling for some sort of weapon, and he can't seem to find one. His ceremonial dagger has fallen out of his suit.
Cool. I think that's the end of my turn.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. And I'll just keep on shooting with that Tommy gun.
Yeah.
2. Did miss. Completely.
Okay. Yeah, that's that. So Chan is just crawling toward you. He's like, "You can't stop it. It's too late. The Lotus Factory blooms. It's underneath the stadium.
Thanks.
You're doomed."
I'll go there next.
Oh yeah. Meanwhile, down in the penitent's lab,
Can I, by the way, for my hallucination, I'm moving around the room.
Yeah.
My hallucination is about like when I was younger, like driving around with a car, which is why I have a driver now.
Yeah.
It went really bad and I like hit somebody with a car.
no wonder you're friends with Addison. Never mind. Continue on.
But basically, I'm terrified. Like I'm trying to like dodge a car. So like I'm.
You know what? No, this is what you see. There's a way to save yourself from this situation. You need protection. You need to be a hero.
Oh, so I'm going for the mask and everything. Okay. fair enough.
You start putting on the penitent's
Oh,
outfit.
Jesus. All right. So I'm tripping out and I'm just going for the outfit.
Yes.
Gotta be a hero.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. You need to make up for the terrible thing that you did on that road.
On that fateful night.
On that fateful night. All right. What is it? I guess now.
Well, it's the other bad guys.
Oh, the bad guy's turn. Right. Okay. So they're going to draw daggers of their own, and they're all just going to rush at the person who just killed one of their friends.
So yeah.
Yeah.
It was about time for that to happen.
Yes. Exactly.
As like the dagger ninjas back there
I
just
know, right?
taking them
Just
out.
2 of them hit you.
Okay.
You take 4 damage, and then you take 5 damage.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, so that puts me at 1.
Okay, so you're still up.
Yeah.
Yikes.
All right. So what does everybody? Okay, now we're back at the top. What does everybody do?
Well, I have something I know that I'm definitely gonna do.
Yeah,
but-
please. We're
Oh,
kind of
okay.
going clockwise around
Yeah.
the table.
So they're shooting at range, right? They're still by the elevator.
No, they've now drawn their knives that are
they've come-
rushing
yeah,
at.
they're
Well,
like-
they rushed up and okay. So where are you? Are you by like the crime station or whatever?
No, she's
by the
in
guns.
By the
armory.
weapons.
She's
by
in
the armory. So you're
Yeah.
on like okay. So you're on that side of the room. So basically, I in full because I'm still hallucinating.
Yeah.
So I'm imagining that I am what because I've read a lot of these pulp fictions in these
Yeah.
magazines. So I dive into the car and I fiddle around on the bottom and I'm looking for the switches that I believe are in the car for weapons and or gas and or guns that are in.
You know what? This isn't really preparedness, but this is make a preparedness
Yeah, I mean,
roll
like,
for
look,
me.
You're
Yeah.
sort of making
However-
it on Addison's behalf.
I am
Yeah.
making it on Addison's behalf, but like this is a combination of course this is going to be a thing because he's read all these magazines.
Yeah.
So how much do I need to spend for this?
Well, any checks that you do right now, you need to
Oh.
spend 2 before anything can even happen.
Okay,
so you have to
I'll
spend
spend
2,
two,
and then you
it's
could spend
2, so
over that.
4.
Yeah.
I'll spend straight 5 preparedness to do this. I have a lot of preparedness, and this will be for this. I've always wanted to be a pulp hero.
So you have a +3 to this.
Yeah, which I can't fail.
You can't fail. Yeah, so you're good.
There, boom, I pass.
Okay. Yeah. So
What switches do I find on the inside of this car?
a flamethrower shoots out,
Sweet.
and it hits one of the pygmies and completely chars him.
Nice.
One of them is dead. You are singed a little bit by the fire, but
That's okay.
Yeah.
My
So-
hat.
So now there are two. Yeah, you got your hat. Okay. So yeah. Now what do you do?
Okay, so they're really close.
They're on top of you now.
Okay. I mean, I guess I have no choice but to attack them.
Yeah. Good thing you know how to use a weapon, I guess. I
Right.
don't know when you learned that skill, but
Well,
were you a fencer? Were you a knife thrower? Who cares?
my parents were murdered. Okay, so I'll use my last weapons point.
She's a secret crime smasher.
And
My
the
new
first
favorite
one
term.
does not hit,
Okay.
and neither does my second.
Oh,
Well, yeah,
okay.
I'm wounded, seriously wounded, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah, exactly. Although technically in game terms you're not wounded yet. But
well.
but yeah.
I'm on 1 health.
All right. And up in the elevator.
I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna go get to the car, and I'm gonna start driving for the stadium.
Okay.
All right. And what are you doing down in the lab?
There's one person left?
There's 2.
There are 2 left.
Two
yes.
left. Okay, I guess I'm shooting.
Okay.
5. So
That works. Yeah. Roll your
right.
damage.
fuck. 1.
Okay, so you don't do any damage.
Okay.
You just don't know how to use this thing. You
Yeah.
pull the trigger, you're firing, you realize you actually have to reload it. Like you need to, and like you fumble with it, try to reload it for a second, you say screw this, you drop it, and you could pick up another one if you would
Yeah.
like. But that's that. All right.
It's bad people now.
Yeah, I know. What are they
then
gonna
we
do?
die.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to shoot. Oh well, I forgot to shoot him.
Would they try to attack the guy? Would they try to attack
Yeah.
the guy
Did
in
you
the front?
finish off Chan? Did you?
Yeah, I
just-
finished off Chan.
Yeah, Chan's dead.
Yeah.
Like you just blasted him
I
as you
put a
ran
bullet
out.
in his eye.
Yeah, as you run out.
Yeah.
Was his last moment, or like, oh, thanks for telling me that? He's like, oh, right,
Cool. I'll go there next. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
murder.
Yes. So these crazed cultists are now slashing at you with their knives still.
Against Jocelyn.
Yeah. Neither
Josephine.
Neither of them hit. So
Oh.
yeah, you're good to go.
All right, sweet.
Yeah. I guess crazy pants.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to do something fun here to help progress the plot and
Yeah.
something that could be interesting. Is this car damaged at all?
Not really. No.
Okay. I'm gonna start the car.
Okay.
And do I need to spend any points for that?
No, you're good. You could
Okay.
accelerate the
I
car.
start the car and I'm just going to wheel it around and like you obviously play out how this happens, but I want it to be I just run these 2 fucking guys over.
Okay,
with this
you
car.
run. That's fine. You hit them, they are dead. You have killed them with your car. However, you didn't put your seatbelt on, my dude.
Okay, sweet.
Oh.
I'm still hallucinating hard, so
Yeah, exactly. You're gonna take. You take 12 damage.
Oh.
Well, I think I might die.
What
well,
are you
I take
at?
5 and then another 6, so another 7 because that's how math works. I'm at -7.
All right, you are considered now seriously wounded. You can make no actions. You need to make a health check at. Okay, so
That ruined my very cool hero thing that I was trying to do.
You mean when you relived your car accident?
I guess.
yeah. So here's the thing: you're probably screwed. You need to make a health check at difficulty 7 to stay awake. You can spend health to stay awake. However, once you hit -12, you die.
Right.
I'm hallucinating
Well,
having
no,
hit someone with a car.
I can still spend health points though for the check, right?
Your health is that. Those are your health points. Like
Your actual health is your points.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Okay. Well, I don't want.
or maybe you just pass out.
Or it's.
Well, I mean, the bad guys are all gone.
The bad guys are gone.
So yeah, I hit the guy with the car and I slam forward and I hit my head against the thing. I guess wearing the mask
Yeah.
and the whole fucking outfit, and just basically I lean because I drive up next to you with
Yeah.
the window open. I'm like, we gotta get out of here, and I just pass out in the front seat of
and
the car.
the problem is that as you crash, one of your gloves is slammed in, and the Black Lotus powder is sent out into the air.
Now, would it be sent out inside the car? And so it's just trapped in the car?
The car's a convertible.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah. So unfortunately, you're going to get a lot of it, even though you have the mask. Like, it's kind of like right in your face because now your mask is all beat up. So we'll deal with you another time. You're probably screwed up now.
I'd say that I probably would have the wherewithal to at least try to cover my face.
Yeah, that.
Because
Yeah,
I mean, especially considering I was already asking about those specific things.
Yes. All right. Make an athletics check to sort of dive away and get difficulty. Right. It's going to be difficulty 5. It's very difficult to get away.
Okay. Fuck it. Oh, I'm sorry.
We swear on this show pretty constantly.
Yeah, consistently.
I'll spend 4 points. I have them. So I mean, I automatically pass.
Yep.
Yeah.
So 3.
So you're good.
Yeah,
Yeah. You get away. Okay.
Go get whatever's happening in the stadium. I'm going to stay here and take care of Lamont.
Okay, so now that they're dead, I'm going to leave. I'm going to go to the stadium, the auditorium.
All right. You'll need a car.
Right. Well, I'm sure there's cars upstairs, so...
There are. The garage is full of cars. Yes.
Okay,
yes.
so...
One that's not filled with fear
right,
gas.
exactly. I'm like, definitely get me away from that. Okay, so is the elevator working or no?
The elevator's working. It was just stuck up there. Yeah. You're able to get it working again.
Okay.
Because Chan needed to go up and like activate the lock on it, but he's not around to lock the elevator, as it were. The code, it's a whole thing. But don't worry about it.
You can also take
up.
the ladder.
You can also
That's
take the
true.
ladder.
Okay.
He forced it open.
Okay.
So so Barbara is going to stay here with Lamont and fix him up, and
Presumably she's gonna clear out the gas so she doesn't just go immediately insane.
No,
she saw what was going on.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And you're whirring away to the Olympic Stadium.
For want of a better idea, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So let's talk about the Olympics. The 1932 Olympics are pretty exciting. It's one of the first really modern Olympics, the way people think of the Olympics Day. It was only the 10th one that they had ever done. And it's a very big deal. There's about 100,000 people in the stadium, not counting the athletes. And now the athletes are doing the Parade of Nations and all that. Everybody's there, and it's in the big Coliseum. And you're driving up there, and you actually hopped into the one of the cars up here is the Ferguson Alley boys are.
Oh, that's right, because Lamont's car isn't here.
Lamont's car isn't here.
That's what I thought I was taking.
No,
I
Lamont's car isn't
drive
here.
that back because his driver's dead.
It's just at the LA Times now.
With a dead person.
Yes.
Man, we keep leaving people in cars.
Thankfully, you have a car that looks like one of the Ferguson Alley cars, so you can try to use that to sneak in, maybe.
Sure.
Though you don't necessarily look like
I'll have to use my hat to hide as much of that as I can along the way.
Cultist folks. Yeah. I don't. Yeah.
I didn't grab I don't have a great plan.
Yes. To get across town quickly with the traffic that's there is going to be a difficulty 4 driving test, and both of you guys are driving over yourself. You're one of the cars that theoretically could be disguised, and one of the cars that is not.
Okay.
I have 2 points in driving. I'm gonna spend 1.
Okay.
I have 0 points in driving.
This could go very badly.
Yes.
Oh no!
And I rolled a 2.
I rolled a 1 plus 1 to 2.
Okay. So
no.
Remember what happened
Sorry.
to Lamont when his car crashed and how he took an extreme amount of damage?
Yeah, we
Okay.
do. Uh-oh. Sorry, Los Angeles and the rest of the world.
Right.
Okay.
Fortunately, I have decent health, but I don't know. Oh, wait. My health goes down every time I've been spending health, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have as decent health as I remembered. Okay.
Josephine, you're going to crash the car and you're going to take 7 damage.
And I'm passed out.
Gregory, you're going to crash your car downtown, and both of you make it to you're able to go through the roads, but as you're getting to downtown, you're driving wildly very quickly to stop whatever's happening, and unfortunately you get that, and then you're going to take 8 damage.
Oh, that's exactly how much I had.
So what do you have? You're at 0?
I'm at 0.
Okay, so if you're at 0, you can try to stay up.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Okay.
Let me try. So what do I...
And what are you at?
I'm at -6.
Oh, okay. You're seriously wounded.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
I only had 1.
you're out.
Yeah.
Fucking cars, man.
I know, that's why I was like, because initially
Yeah.
I wanted to use some of my first aid if it were possible. I'm like, do I have time to use it?
On yourself?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, do you want to go back and have spent some first aid on yourself?
Well, that's what I would have done initially. Whenever we were healing, like
Stitching yourself up as you're driving.
Yeah,
which
we
might have
could
been why you
say you were
crashed.
stitching yourself up a little bit while you're driving. You could spend all of your first aid points. It's 1-to-1 in terms of your health.
well, I mean, it's still gonna only leave. Well, no, that would leave me at 0.
Okay, so that means you could try to stay up. Both of you could try to stay up, but also you both are wounded now.
Real bad.
Right.
Wounded going into a rough situation.
Okay, so how do we try to stay up? How does
Okay,
is that-
so actually at 0, you stay awake.
Okay.
The check you have to make is the absolute value of the damage of your health. So if you're at -1, you have to make a 1 check. If you're -2, you have to make a 2
Oh,
test.
okay.
Oh,
So
okay.
you guys are both considered wounded, which means you cannot make investigative spends anymore, and all of your checks are at +1 difficulty.
Okay.
And if you go to -6, then you're severely wounded and you're probably out of the situation.
Can we spend first aid?
Yeah, I guess you could spend first aid. I'm going to say that you guys ended up crashing near each other, like right outside the stadium. There is, because I'll just get the both of you together.
Okay, fair enough.
Get the both of you together. You recognize, like all of this stuff is going on and everybody's sort of distracted by the actual ceremony's gone up. They actually just have released 1,000 white doves that are flying in the air to symbolize peace. That's something they actually did. They keep footage of this that I watched because I'm broken inside and had to know this. So as you're driving up to the stadium, everybody's really focused on the stadium, but you actually see the distinctive figure of a bunch of gang members, both all of them these weird reddish pygmies that are going. They have opened up some sort of grate near the stadium and are going underneath it. There's some sort of underneath the thing, but unfortunately, as you both notice this, you crashed.
Yeah. Into each other?
You know what? Sure. Yeah, you
Yeah.
crashed into each other. Let's do that. Yeah, we're gonna abstract some of the driving. You guys are like, okay, we're gonna get to the stadium. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna save the day. I'm gonna save the day.
We're both aiming for the same people.
Right, right.
And then you,
Jesus.
Then you hit each other. Okay, and you stumble out of the car, and they have not closed the door behind them because I believe they don't even care anymore because I think they're
Right,
ready.
they're preparing for the, it's all
Yeah.
going to end.
Yeah.
So
Can we real quick first aid each other? Do you have any
I
left?
don't know. I don't have any left.
Okay.
So
Is it 1 point and I can heal you 2? Mm-hmm. I'm going to do that.
how many? What do you have?
I have 1 point. I'm going to spend it to give you 2 hit points.
Okay.
I don't know how much it will help,
Right.
but
I know 2.
what else am I going to use them on?
Yeah.
True.
Well, now you aren't getting negatives to your skills.
Oh, that's true.
That's something.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Let me tell you about the Lotus Factory. So, there is a vast facility built underneath the Colosseum. It should not be built here. I'm not sure when this would have happened. Apparently, the gang has been active and working on these sort of things in secret for a time now. Actually, it seems that, well, we'll talk about what actually happened. If you all survive, then you'll be able to put all the pieces together. It's like a greenhouse. Well, it's not a greenhouse because there's no sunlight coming in, but it's like a greenhouse in that there are a bunch of plants here. So there's black lotus blossoms growing, but they don't look like a regular black lotus. There's a black, oily sheen to all of them, and any light that hits it is sort of absorbed by it. That would be upsetting. That would probably result in some sort of stability or sanity check. But there's something more terrifying here.
Damn.
Because they're not being fed by sunlight, and they're not being fed through fertilizer. What they're being fed by is there are 3 people naked, bleeding, above the lotus blossoms that are growing, and the blood is dripping down onto the lotuses. And the 3 people are screaming in pain as they are being tortured by something. And you can't really see their faces too well. They're sort of wrapped in like a weird cloth, but then the cloth is dripping their blood down onto the plants. And you see every time one of the drops of blood hits the plant like literally in front of your eyes just gets a little bit bigger. Just like, things usually grow slowly. You see that this is like grown right away. And you see that there are 3 of these cultists who have who are harvesting all of these flowers and putting them in a huge pile and like beating them all together to create a dust. And it's on they're raising it onto a platform. And you realize, you just know, the cauldron of the Olympic flame is going to be filled with this black lotus flower. And it is about to be lit. That's going to be the end of the ceremony. The ceremony has just begun. And yeah, there are 3 of them in there. And also, there are 3 people doing this, moving it around. And there are 3 people that are screaming and being tortured. So, let's say they dangle upside down. Oh yeah, by the way, they're hanging upside down by their ankles and dripping down into there. And you recognize a couple of the faces.
Oh no.
One of them is Greg Serrano.
No.
Oh man.
Oh, after you saved him from his heart attack.
We liked him.
And one of them is Rebecca Bloom.
Yeah, I had a
Yeah, I
feeling
had
she
a
was
feeling.
going to be one of them.
Damn.
Do we know the third?
You don't recognize the third.
What do they look like? Can we tell?
They are a burly sort of guy. It looks like he's been in a couple fights now and then, but you don't recognize who he is. He's a white guy.
And they're all naked, wearing the fabric over their faces.
They're naked. There's a fabric over their faces to keep them from making too much noise or something.
Oh, got it.
And they are hanging from their ankles and dripping blood down. And finally, so it's not enough for there to just be fresh blood, because apparently the torture is relevant. So every 15 seconds or so, as you're looking at it, and you're just coming in, you're sort of sneaky. They're not really noticing you. They don't care. They're ready for their crazy moment to unleash the things everywhere. The flesh writhes and bubbles, and it's like there's a worm-like thing swimming underneath their flesh. And it occasionally pops out of a hole, and you see it for a second, and then it dives back into the victim's body and starts swimming around some more. As it leaps out, its toothy maw, it seems to just be like a fleshy worm that's mostly just mouth, that's swimming around inside of these people, jumping out, biting a little bit of flesh, biting it, and then swimming back in and swimming around. These people are still screaming in pain, even as the thing is keeping their mouths shut. And what you see is very bad. This is...
Oh, this now. Oh,
Yes.
okay. Everything else before this point has
Yeah.
been fine.
So I'm sorry that it took a little while to describe this whole scene, but now you understand. And besides that, it is like just a black warehouse with just like a little bit of light coming down from. There's just like one lamp, just not just one light like hanging over the victims, and you see a little bit of light from the side where they're loading up the lotus blossoms. This is going to be a stability 7 check. It is so horrifying that the difficulty of this check is 5, and if you fail, you will lose 7 stability.
Okay.
I'll spend 2 points.
Yeah.
I still have. That will leave me with 6, which seems like What am I saving those for? But like, I don't know. I feel like there's still ways this could get worse.
Right. I mean, I have stability of 11, so
I rolled a 6 plus 2. That's 8.
there you go.
All right, you still lose 2 sanity.
Sure.
Okay, I'll spend 2 as well. That puts me down to 9.
And that much like our health, our stability goes down as we spend stability.
Yes.
And I rolled a 5.
Oh, man. You lose 2 sanity, but... man, you're supposed to be insane, though. Okay. Have
Sorry,
you lost...
man. I still have a sanity of 11.
Okay. Have you lost 3 points of sanity, either of you, yet?
No,
4 points?
No, I'm down to 2. I'm down by 2.
Well, none of your pillars of sanity have shattered during this adventure. That's fine. Okay. So there are 3 cultists who are busy putting the things into the cauldron, and then that's going to be raised up and lit on fire, and then that will go everywhere, and that seems to be bad. That seems like not a good thing. I mean, I don't 100% know what the plan is. And also, as you were driving up, you noticed that an eclipse was beginning.
Yeah.
What do you do?
There's 3 people who are loading stuff into the
The cauldron.
cauldron.
Right.
Is being raised or is about to be raised?
It's about to be raised. Yeah, there's a mechanism that will raise it up.
Time to stop him from doing that.
Okay. How do we do that?
I would like to walk up behind them and shoot them because that worked really well last time.
Okay.
Like, it worked super well.
You're gonna need to make a stealth check to sneak up on him.
Okay. I don't have any bonuses to that.
In fact, you're at -1.
That's true. I rolled a 1.
All right, cool. So they know that you are there, and they whirl around. And while they do have their blow darts on their waists, they also have Tommy guns, which is what they do decide to pull out.
Yeah.
2 of them have Tommy guns. One of them has something weirder.
What's it look like?
So it sort of looks like a dried metal flower in their hand, and they're holding it up. It almost looks like a grenade, but also kind of like a flower.
All right.
Okay, so what skills are you all using to this? You'll be probably using firearms. You'll probably be using weapons.
Well, I don't have any more weapons. I mean, I've used all my points.
Oh, you don't have any more points in weapons. Okay.
Uh-uh.
Okay. Do you have scuffling?
I do.
Okay. That will probably be the thing that you are using
I
if you want
also
to
have
fight.
5 in preparedness. Just
Yeah. Well, you tell me what
FYI.
you would like to
Okay.
pull out that you had prepared.
okay.
Lightsaber.
No lightsabers. Jesus.
Damn it.
Because scuffling implies hand to hand.
It's hand-to-hand combat.
Okay,
Yes. And they have Tommy guns.
Right. A nail file, like a metal nail file.
Yeah, sure, you have that.
mean-
I mean, roll. You got to roll to have
Right,
it. But
right,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
But I mean, I was like, my preparedness, I would maybe.
Yeah,
I don't
you could
know,
have that,
I
yeah.
could have that on me because you could use that as a weapon
Yeah.
and stab somebody with it.
Yes.
Okay. I
Can
guess.
she can she spend preparedness points to have that, or does she roll to have it?
You have to roll to have that. It's a 4 difficulty check,
Okay.
preparedness check to have
Okay.
that.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, does biology help me at all in this situation?
No,
Okay.
I mean, if that might have given you.
Here, biology. Plants don't do that.
Look, you could spend some time analyzing these plants,
Yeah,
but
no,
it's
no,
not
no.
the time for it.
Right. Okay. I will spend 2 points in preparedness, and I rolled a 6.
All right, cool. You have, a nail file. That's not super exciting, but yeah, you got a nail
Well, I
file.
mean,
yeah.
like, what else would I have on my person?
Yeah, I don't. Well, the whole point of preparedness is you could make up almost anything. So, I mean, do you have a? You could say you had a knife, like or something like that.
You were in the lair of a crime
Right.
fighter
Okay.
Yeah.
Then let's
moments ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's make it. Then I took some of the daggers with me, so I
yeah,
have
you,
them on me.
yeah, you took some more daggers. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's your preparedness check. You're like, oh yeah. Also, I totally grabbed those daggers when I
Before I
had
left.
the
Okay.
yeah before I
Okay.
left. Yeah,
I'm still gonna try.
I don't have preparedness, but I
Yeah.
also was never near the weapons.
yeah.
Well, since she doesn't have any more weapon use, is there a chance that maybe you grab some like brass knuckles?
If you would like, you could have done that. That actually might be more useful for you because that uses scuffling skill as opposed
Okay.
to I mean, you could have grabbed all of it. You
Right.
grabbed just like a little bag full
like
of weapons.
whatever I could like fit.
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
Just,
we
like-
had a minute as you were leaving.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just like grabbing whatever I could fit on.
All right.
Okay.
And you have your pistol still.
Yeah, I probably reloaded when I was in the car.
Cool. All right. But anyway, what's your firearms total?
I have a 7 to firearms right now.
All right. And what's your scuffling total?
2.
No, she'll be
2.
probably using scuffling.
I have an 8 in scuffling.
Okay, well it's your initiative is based off of the skill that you have in the weapon that you're using.
Okay.
Is how we're doing this in it where there's no clear person who has to drop on each other.
Right.
They have skill of 5. So you're gonna go first, Greg. Mm-hmm. And
Okay.
then
And then the bad guys.
then the bad guys, then
And then
you.
me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, I will. I still want to close the distance as much as I can because I am good with scuffling, and they have Tommy guns, which are the main weapons I've seen from them.
Yeah.
So
And the cauldron has not been raised yet. It's just
yeah, I mostly want to get myself between them and the mechanism that will raise it.
Okay.
And shoot at them while I do it. I will spend, let's say, 3 points in firearms. That brings me down to 4, and gives me a plus
That's a
3.
guaranteed hit, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Not
No.
anymore. Not with my -1.
Right.
I rolled a 6.
All right.
So I roll for damage.
Yes.
It's not point blank, so I don't get that awesome.
Yeah, it's just 0. It's just plus 0.
Okay. 3.
Okay, you do 3 damage to one of them. He's not dead.
I didn't think you would be.
Yeah.
But I want to kind of, hopefully I can get close enough to move myself between them and the mechanism.
I'll have you make an athletics check on top of that to run that far.
Great. I will spend 1 point in that. Take me down to 3. I'm sort of burning myself ragged, but kind of have didn't do bad.
Okay, so you just can't get that far. Like you're trying to move and your body betrays you. You just cannot.
Yeah.
From all the shit that's been going to you today.
I could only Hellboy this for so long.
All right. The one with the bizarre metal flower thing throws it out. And it hits the ground.
Oh, I forgot to say that was the one I wanted to aim for, but I don't know if that's the one I hit.
Well, you didn't kill him, so it doesn't matter. So I
didn't say it anyway. So
it unfolds like a blooming lotus.
Oh no!
It's only going to affect you because you got closer. You didn't get close enough to be affected by it yet.
Well, I haven't done anything yet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You're right at the top. So, you need to make a difficulty 8 stability test.
Ooh.
All right. Difficulty 8?
Yeah.
I'll spend 2.
So you can roll a 6 and maybe pass.
Wait, don't I have a +1 to this anyway? To my difficulty?
Oh, yeah.
So it's difficulty 9.
Yeah, difficulty 9.
So I can't really... I mean, I'm banking on a 6, but doesn't my stability go down when I spend it anyway?
Yeah,
right.
I'm just going to see what happens. I think. Well,
okay.
You know what? How much can I spend on this? Hold on.
You can go into negatives, but then the effects of your mind breaking will start happening.
I have 6 instability, so I will spend 6 instability.
Ooh.
Okay.
Take mine into 0 stability. Gives me a +6 to this roll, which means I really just cannot roll.
A 3 or below.
3 might be okay.
Oh, no, 3 is okay.
3's okay.
So
1
2.
or 2. That's a 2!
Okay, so your flesh starts coming off your face in ropey goblets.
Oh my god.
You start grabbing at your face, trying to keep it in. But every time you touch it, it just starts coming out, just more and more. Just your face is coming off. It's like Play-Doh or taffy, and just trying to keep it there. However,
It's still going, guys. The description is still going.
you just see him start grabbing his face.
Uh-huh.
Oh, of course.
What?
He just is grabbing his normal face. I mean, it's a little bit bloody. While he sees that ropey goblets of flesh are coming off, that's only in his mind.
Oh, funny.
Yes. I mean, funny is one way of putting it. So you take... Oh, goodness.
Uh-huh.
Okay, you were unable to stop pulling the flesh out like so much taffy. You lose 6 stability points.
I'm at 0, so this is going to be -6?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh. So you're out of the fight, more or less.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, you're kind of out of the fight.
Yeah, I figured.
Okay,
Oh, but so how is my sanity?
We'll talk about... Look,
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
Your sanity doesn't actually affect this. It's just your stability. But okay. Then the other 2 are going to open fire on you with their Tommy guns.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of them misses.
All right. That's good.
You take... and your hit threshold is lower because you...
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, my health is also 0, so I don't know what's about to happen, but it ain't going to be great.
Okay, so you take 6 damage.
-6.
Okay. So you need to make a check to stay conscious.
Okay. I don't know if I want it.
Okay.
What's the...
Actually, no, you can't. I don't think you can.
I need stability to do that,
So
don't
you're...
I?
No. So it's health. So you're now considered seriously wounded.
Yeah.
So you actually can't do any actions. Not really.
Sure.
You need to make a consciousness check. The difficulty is 6.
I can't spend anything.
You could spend health.
-6?
Yeah, you could go to -7. As long as you don't get to -12, you're fine. You die at 12, -12.
I know. I'll spend 2.
Okay.
Get down to 8.
Okay, you're at -8.
Technically, is this a general ability thing?
Yeah.
So technically the threshold is 7, and I have a +2 to my roll.
Yeah.
That was a 2.
Okay, cool. You pass out.
That's honestly the best case scenario.
You're trying to rip your flesh out. It's driving you crazy, and then you are riddled with bullets, and you go down.
Yeah.
What do you do, Professor?
Oh, so okay. So the guy that doesn't, he had the lotus thing.
Yeah,
So
he
now
is already.
he has nothing.
He has
in his
nothing.
hand-
He has nothing in
hand.
his hands.
So I guess I'll go. I mean,
They are focusing their fire on him, so you
Right.
can get close to them.
okay. So I go to get close because I have to fight hand to hand.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all I can do, right?
All right. Because they are distracted shooting at him, you're able to run up to them, and now you can make a scuffling check to punch the guy.
Okay. I guess I'll spend a point. I don't know. I mean, I'm probably not going to live beyond this. I should spend both.
Which guy are you scuffling? One of the Tommy gun guys or the guy who has nothing?
I know. I'm trying to figure out. Like,
The guy who has nothing is already injured.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why. I mean, I
Yeah.
figured I would go towards him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'll spend a point. And does not work. I rolled a 2. I should have spent both of my points.
Okay. You miss.
Yes, I miss.
Okay. You're unconscious.
Yeah.
Lamont. What's your weapons skill?
Pretty good. Current total is 12.
All right. The penitent has arrived.
Can
You drove you
I drove his car through.
Yes.
Can I drive it into this area?
Yes, you're able to get there. Don't worry about it. You're feeling you are now the penitent.
feeling
You are
the penitent.
You are no longer Lamont. You are the penitent.
Oh,
you
God.
you.
I'm tripping hard.
you are the penitent. So you're no longer seeing the worst thing that you ever did anymore. That hallucination is worn off. However, you are now the penitent. You are no longer Lamont. You are the penitent.
Sweet.
You just are that way now.
Yeah, your psyche is a little broken. But you get a view of all of this. All of the terrible things that you see do not affect you because you know that they are injustice and darkness, and that you need to destroy them anyway. Also, like, you're already so screwed up, like it won't even matter. You're probably not getting out of this sane, but you have shown.
What?
Yeah.
It would have been amazing if Daniel just handed you a new character sheet,
You are now the penitent.
new skills.
Actually, I do have a spare character sheet of the homicide cop. If somebody had died early on in the scenario, that they
Right.
could have filled in. But
I have, can I pitch you my entrance?
yes, please do.
Okay. Because I'm just going to say I'm blasting through these doors with the car.
Doors never closed, did they?
Yeah, the doors aren't closed. Yeah,
Okay,
there's
cool. So I'm
a
just
ramp.
Gonna,
Yeah,
I'm just going to drive straight down the ramp in.
yeah, because they were moving trucks in and out of here over time. But yeah, and also while you were driving up, the eclipse has blocked the sky. There is darkness, and you just feel something is happening.
Feel justice is afoot.
Yeah, that's it.
So I ramp through into the room with all the flowers and all
Yeah.
the crazy shit. I'm gonna spend some points from preparedness to do this, but I wanna pitch my plan here.
Okay.
I hit a switch on the inside and I tumble roll out of the car as it drives through the plants into whatever the heck those people were standing on or being hung from. Because I assume they were on something, right? There's
Well, no, so they're being hanged from the ceiling. There's chains in the
Oh, there's
ceiling.
nothing
but
beneath them? Oh, it's
there's
just a
nothing
bunch of
beneath them.
plants.
Sorry. Yeah, it's just a bunch of plants.
But still, the
Yeah.
car like drives into a
Yeah.
whole bunch of plants.
Yeah.
Narratively, if it would like just drive skid into hitting a whole bunch of plants, it like
Yeah,
stops
exactly.
somewhere
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the middle of the room.
Yeah.
Standing up out of the rolling the car. I look down and a switch that I flipped, there's a trail of whatever feeds the flamethrower leading into the plants.
Yo.
And I have my gloves, which is, as a magician, snap it with the...
You need to make a preparedness check to do this.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
How much preparedness?
Difficulty 4, standard check.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna...
What's your health at now, by the way? Because I know.
'Cause she spent, Barbara spent her first aid, which she
Yeah.
had
6.
6.
So
Yeah.
that would have put you up
12,
to
so that would put me back up to 5 health.
But this is not her scene.
But I'm back up to 5 health.
Yeah.
But I'm insane. And basically, so I'm gonna spend, I mean, I want this to happen. So I'm gonna spend 3 preparedness to just make this happen.
Okay.
So I don't roll for it. But basically snap my fingers, go abracadabra, and snap my fingers, and with the flash from the gloves ignites the gasoline essentially straight through the plants to the car. And
Okay.
big old boom.
So the field is on fire, and then
igniting the car too.
the car is going to
yeah.
explode too. Okay. The car explodes. You're going to tell me a number, odd or even.
Even for justice.
Cool. The people hanging over the field don't die.
Yes.
I rolled a 2. You got even. They are probably broken for the rest of their life.
Like,
yeah.
Did I really save them even if I had? I mean,
their lives are not going to be great after this. But
They're gonna end up in an institution somewhere.
now, yeah. So I mean, that's my action.
But when the fire is exposed, you hear screams from those little worms, and they all disappear. They scream, and then they like jump out, and then there's a flash of light, and then they're not there anymore.
Oh, great!
Good.
It's the best case scenario there.
This went very well.
This is going well. Now for my next trick.
So they open up fire with 2 Tommy guns on you.
Bring it. Or I mean, I don't have. I've just got to wait and see if I die here.
Regardless, we're buying.
One of them hits you,
No, darn.
and you take 4 damage.
Okay, down to 1.
And the unarmed one just tries to punch you in the. Actually, they go for a roundhouse kick. They miss.
Sweet.
Yes, the bullet damage that they took earlier is making them a little messed up. They yell out just some sort of syllables that you do not understand. Now I guess you're up, Professor.
Oh, right, because you're unconscious.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I guess I go for it again.
Okay.
I'll spend my last point.
The 3 of them they're just yelling and screaming, and the screaming is now echoing throughout the place, and then you start hearing the same yells and screams. Like you hear it echoing from in the stadium. You realize there must be at least 100 of these agents spread throughout the Olympic Stadium, and they're all yelling at once. Yes. But they're up there. They're not down here with you. But
Okay.
yes.
All right, so I guess I try and knock that one guy out.
Yes.
I spent my last point,
Yeah.
and I fail. I rolled a 1.
All right. And you also hear on the radio of the announcer, like speaking over the games, ladies and gentlemen, there is something fantastical is occurring here at the March of Nations. And then the strange chants are now coming through the PA system.
Oh boy, that's not good.
Lamont, what do you do? Penitent.
Yes, get it right.
Also, the flowers that you lit on fire are not releasing the
I was hoping.
poisonous
I was
chemical
hoping that would
gas.
happen. That would be bad.
Yes. You see that what they were throwing into the cauldron has been prepared somehow. It's been crushed and prepared.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna run up, and I have my first aid that I'm going to try to spend on both of them, because you're hurt, aren't you?
You can only spend it on one
I can only
person
do it
at a
on
time.
one
Right.
person. Okay.
Give it to Mike.
Just
Gregory.
Just get him just straight up, like, back to, like, I mean, not full health, but it
Yeah.
would be a lot of health. Lamont, a.k.a. the Penitent, runs up to Gregory, and pulls out of his suit jacket, which... I'm rolling with this, but
go for it.
The Penitent in his lab or whatever, or in his suit jacket, has these kind of like an EpiPen, but just filled with adrenaline.
Okay.
Which, like, I assume, like, you know, if you're just beating up dudes every night during the week, you're gonna have some nights where you need a little bit of extra juice. So he just runs up and just slams this EpiPen style right into Greg's heart, essentially, and injects the whole thing.
A la Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
A la
Yeah,
Pulp
speaking of
Fiction,
Pulp Fiction,
turn
yeah.
it all back. And that's 7 first aid I'm spending in one shot, which is 14 health.
Yeah.
That goes straight into your bloodstream.
All right. And when you come back to, your flesh is no longer coming off of your face.
Oh, good.
Yes. The stability that you lost from that is restored.
Oh, so how much? So I'm to 0.
Yeah, you're at 0 stability now.
Great.
Yeah.
What health are you at now?
6.
So here's the thing, though. Because your stability is at 0, you're still at -1 to everything you do.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Because you're only barely aware. You know, it's been a rough day. It's been a rough day for all of us.
I would agree. Absolutely.
All right. I guess. Well, then it would be Gregory. You're up again.
All right. Can I get to the cauldron?
Yes, you can.
I'd like to tip it over.
Okay. That would be an athletics check.
I'm real good at all those things right now.
Difficulty 4.
I still have 3 of those. So I will spend those, and all I need to do is not roll a 1. I rolled a 5.
I thought you were going to say you rolled a 1.
I know. I was like totally ready for it.
Nope, not this time.
And it just spills all over the ground. You have stopped the Olympic flame from turning into some mass hallucination sort of thing. And now the 3 that see that are screaming in a different way of just like absolute despair.
They're going to shoot me again.
Potentially.
Yeah. All right. And speaking of which, now they are going to go. The 2 of them are going to shoot at the penitent.
Oh, that makes sense too.
Both of them miss you.
Oh, boy. I definitely didn't think you were going to say that. Like, the short-lived adventures of the new penitent.
The other one tries to roundhouse kick you, but fails as well. They are feeling very demoralized that you knocked over their poison thing. Though you are hearing screams of not just like their crazy chanting, but like of mass panic and hysteria coming from above in the stadium.
As I can imagine. I mean,
Yeah,
you've got all
exactly.
these chanting people around
Chanting people, eclipse. Yeah, it's not good what's going on. But you may have saved the day by knocking over that cauldron. You're up, Professor.
Do we need to fight them now, or can we just leave?
I mean, they're still dangerous human beings.
Right. Okay.
Who's to say that they can't pick all that stuff up and put it back in the thing? Like,
Right.
oh, man.
Yeah, definitely don't think leave is the answer.
Like, someone comes to the announcement, please hold for, like, about 10 minutes. We just need to fix something.
All right. I'll try to punch that person again.
Yeah.
Nope.
All right. And feel free to flee if you would like. That's totally a valid choice.
I don't have any of those skills either.
You
Tell
don't
our
have fleeing or
story.
athletics? No.
Oh, I have athletics.
Athletics or fleeing, both
Wow.
work. Yeah.
I'm good.
All right. Penitent, what do you do?
The penitent, so... is
You
gonna-
do have gas canisters.
I do have the gas canisters, but that'll be at risk of getting Gregory or Josephine with
Yeah.
my gas blasts. So instead, which I still have, I have weapon use.
Yeah.
Which is, I'm not good at shooting, so the penitent's guns aren't going to afford me any benefit. So I'm going to whip out, actually... Lamont still has his cane on him,
Yeah.
but he's the penitent now. He's going to switch the owl top and pull out a blade that was concealed within the cane.
Oh, yeah, you still hadn't got a chance to use your sword cane
haven't
this whole
had a chance
time.
to use the sword cane. But yeah, so I'm going to use that on one of the... Are all of them rockin' blow darts, the crazy poisonous stuff?
2 of them have Tommy guns and one of them is unarmed. They
Oh.
all have blow guns, but they haven't been using the blow guns.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to go for one of the ones with the Tommy gun.
Okay.
Unless the roundhouse kicks are more dangerous. I don't know.
The roundhouse kick guy is more injured.
I'm going to go for the roundhouse kick guy then.
Okay.
So I'm going to go swinging my sword at him, and I'm going to use... I have so many weapon use that I haven't used at all this game, so I'm just going to spend 3 and hit him with my sword. So what do I roll for damage?
A sword will be 0. So it's, yeah.
That's a 4.
Okay, you kill the guy.
Nice.
You stab him through his chest and his chanting stops.
Now you see him stab. Now you don't. And it pushes him off the penitent's just going to be rocking magician catchphrases.
The penitent has been reimagined as a monstrous magician.
I'm so glad we're actually paying off your magician aspect, because
Yeah.
it didn't come into play
No,
very
not at
much.
all. I've been waiting to pay it off this whole game.
I'm going to go scuffling someone.
Okay.
I'm going to spend 4 points to make it an auto hit. Because I can't afford to mess around with that stuff right now. Yeah, so damage for scuffling?
-2.
0.
Okay, yeah. Unless you have a weapon that improves your scuffling, which you don't. It's just -2.
No, I don't have like brass knuckles or anything like
Yeah,
that. That'd be
exactly.
great. But no. Can I hit him with my gun?
That would count as weapon use.
That's true, because that's a weapon
Yeah.
that I'd be using.
Well, you already made your thing. So,
Yeah, no,
sorry.
so it's all good. I don't have weapon use anyway, so.
The 2 cultists, seeing what has occurred, draw their ceremonial daggers and plunge them into their own chests while they scream.
Jeez.
And you hear that scream echo throughout the entire stadium, and then it is quiet.
Oh my god.
How are they all interconnected?
Worms?
Question mark.
Like bees?
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 I'd like to figure out how to let those people down from the ceiling.
There's a lever right near where the cauldron was.
Would they wouldn't be lowered into the flames, right? we should
Put out those flames.
I mean, yeah, or back up the car. No, the car
The car's
exploded.
gone.
There's no car.
Can we? Okay, I don't know what to do. I guess we put out the fire.
Put out the fire.
I mean, I think we wrap it up is what we do.
Yeah,
now.
yeah. I mean, at this point, we can get fire extinguishers.
Yeah, you wrap it up. You get those people down. Their minds are broken, more or less.
What? Why?
Yes, and that is the end of this adventure. You discovered who killed. Do you know who killed the penitent?
Addison?
Addison. Do you know
our
who killed
original
Addison?
theory was that he killed himself.
This is correct.
Yeah.
He
So
killed
he did.
himself.
Wow.
Yes, he killed himself.
Thinking that he was turning into the other?
Yes, and maybe he was.
Interesting.
As you examine Mr. Chan's remains, actually, the FBI shows up in force after the whole Olympic fiasco goes on to root out any remnants of the gang. You discover that...
Well, Chan's body is at the Addison house.
well, okay, Chan's body is there, but
Yeah.
Chan was using the penitent to smash gangs and then taking over their territory after the gangs were smashed. He was spreading the Ferguson Alley boys throughout the whole city, and they were actually not running just drugs and alcohol. They were running an evil cult and recruiting people into it. They had 100 people ready to start killing people in the Olympic Stadium when everybody went crazy.
Yikes.
But thankfully, not everybody went crazy. Several people died, but not the thousands that they were hoping for. As for the eclipse, there's no real explanation for why the eclipse happened. Astronomers are still confused as to the nature of the eclipse, though Chan says that the moons were the
Chan?
moon. Chan
In his-
said in his journal that you find.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
cool,
in
cool.
his you break down. He had an office in this underneath the stadium and whatnot.
Oh,
Yeah.
got it. Okay, cool.
Yeah, again, we're glossing over some of this to get it all done.
Totally
this is,
fine. Yeah.
That as the madness spread throughout the city, it was affecting the celestial bodies. And you have saved the day, as it were.
Oh, how's my sanity?
So you, because when you got up and your flesh wasn't coming off of your face, and you were only at 0 stability. If you had gone into negative stability, you would have still thought it happened.
Oh.
But because you were at 0 and not below, you realized that it was a hallucination.
Okay.
It was a terrifying hallucination, but it was just a hallucination. You were not broken by this situation. Your sanity is not destroyed.
Cool.
Okay.
And I assume Josephine gets out of this all right as well.
Josephine gets out of it just fine. I mean, she's injured.
Yeah.
Like her, and it was terrifying things that you saw.
Yeah, but my sanity, I mean, I was
Yeah.
only at 7.
Yeah.
My stability was 9.
Yeah,
my health was the only thing that really got hit.
This was some really messed up stuff,
yeah.
but you made it out in time, and in a way, perhaps whatever you did, you stopped them from killing a bunch of people here.
Right.
Whatever other thing they were trying to do, who knows?
Mm-hmm.
But if the twin obscenities were to be released, they were not. Barbara was not able to show up to the fight because A, she was affected by the gas, and B, she's not a fighter whatsoever.
Yeah.
She actually was the one who got in touch with the FBI to try and start getting them to rush the scene and to have them deal with the situation. She goes back to being a screenwriter with her husband and never wants to think about this ever again. Lamont. Nobody knows what happened to Lamont Caine.
But I believe, didn't he potentially purchase the home of Addison Wilson?
Well, yes. Yes, somebody did. It's somebody maybe saying that they were Addison Wilson, but maybe Addison Caine. The person is very confused, but they have quite a bit of money. Bought the facility, and while the penitent did disappear for a couple of weeks, there is now a new, extremely violent, extremely unhinged vigilante stalking the streets of Los Angeles.
With a sword, cane, and a bunch of magic puns.
Yeah, magic
And-
puns.
A large supply of Black Lotus powder.
Oh no.
Did it ever fix that filter in the mask, or is it pretty bad still?
Sometimes,
Oh, man.
when he takes the mask off and looks in the mirror, he sees another face looking back. An other being looking at them. Your greatest enemy. He's still waiting for the right moment to strike. And that is the game.
Thanks, everybody, for joining us for our finale for Trail of Cthulhu. This was a ton of fun. Come back and check us out for Campaign 2, run by Mike Christensen, premiering Monday. That's right, Monday, November 12th. Now, why Monday and not Friday? That seems interesting. Well, answers are coming soon. Get hyped, Campaign 2! Woo!
Yeah, I'm gonna loot the body.
So, how much experience do we get?
Well, now we have a skeleton army, so that's pretty neat.